We're back with Fast Five, where our three panelists discuss 5 topics in 7 short minutes. Let's get to our topics. And our first topic this evening, which has been in the news lately, Blues Fest in trouble. Is the Blues Fest in trouble, Tom?
Well, apparently, from what I read in the newspapers, it is. And it's a matter of personnel, for one. You know, there's people who've done it. It's 22 years going here. And that's a long time to have a festival running, and you need people to step up and volunteers, and God knows how many people, how hard that can be.
I think some of the, I'm not sure what is going on behind the scenes. I only see what I read in the newspaper.
Yes, that's all
but, you know, the Blues Fest has lost money.
Yeah.
Okay? It's been an expense. What economic impact has it had in the community?
Well,
Let's go beyond what the expense that we have lost is. What type of tax revenue dollars have we brought in from people getting hotel rooms?
Precisely. This brings people into town, which is a thing you want.
What impact does it have on Antietam National Battlefield? What impact does it have on the Maryland Theater? What impact does it have on hotel revenue and shopping and the outlets?
Yeah.
So this is a lot bigger than,
it is.
We're taking a loss.
Yeah.
But I'm really concerned where the personnel issues.
See, I'd be more comfortable with investing in that at the moment than the garage. That's all.
I know. Well, let me ask you a question. What happens if it went to the fairground instead of downtown, to where you had a much easier access or ability to set up?
That's details. That's one way to keep it.
It's details, but then we have the issue of parking. So we're going to have to put a parking deck out there beside the ice rink.
You got the ice rink, you can use that. I'm a parking deck fan, so don't down the parking deck.
I'm not downing the parking deck. I'm not. So.
Okay, but,
cheese plant.
Cheese plant. We need the cheese now.
Gets loan. What do you think about that, Henry?
Well, having been a former employer or employee of one of their companies, here's where my concern, their number to get the loan is they need to maintain, I think, 95 employees.
90?
Or 90 employees.
Roughly 90, 92.
Okay, 90, 95 employees. They need to maintain that on payroll over a certain period of time, and the loan can be forgiven. I think that's fantastic. They're currently, but we set the bar right here, okay? If we're going to put out that type of money, can we raise the bar just a little bit higher?
Who set the bar? The state.
The state did.
Okay.
I understand that.
The state set the
and
bar.
And the money's available.
The governor set the bar.
This is Governor, or this is Senator Serafini's bill that he's back.
Our socialist in action here, Serafini.
So, but what I'm saying is we set the bar at 90. Why don't we set the bar at 110, 120, so we can really have some driving impact on the Hancock community?
Some of the words, 125 employees will be up there anyway.
Well, yeah, but we don't. But the thing here is they presently have the target number of employees essentially already.
So
what's the purpose?
It's a grant.
It's a grant. It's an out-and-out grant. Let's just say that.
Isn't that a good economic viable program?
Not necessarily. No.
Why not?
Well, I find some of these things to be, well, it's the free economy again, and we need to do the free market. I just don't like it when people won't come out and say, we are subsidizing this business.
And the challenge I have is
it's socialism
it's
for
from
a
a little
bigger
bit more knowledge of what goes on in the business. Is the business model can be a little bit challenging because they're going hard cheeses which require aging, fast cheeses which are quick turnover.
A lot of people without education have a challenging life.
And the price that we're paying farmers is at a very low point, so we're penalizing the farmers, and then from that expense, we're taking away more money from a co-op out of the milk check.
Look at how much money. Look at how much milk is dumped on the land now today.
Yeah.
If
we have problems in the food world
and
because of corn subsidies that are ridiculous.
We
so
pay
maybe
farmers.
To clean up the
so I'm not necessarily agreeing. I'm not all against free markets, but we ought to let them work to a certain extent. This is not that. I mean, let's just make sure we say that. It is. I know you're not.
It's rare that we have an agreement on this.
No, but I'm just saying, and I don't know if this is the proper way to do it.
Well, how long do we allow Pennsylvania and West Virginia to clean our clock? In economic
development. They're not cleaning our clock.
They are.
No, they're not.
Well, most certainly are.
Ron, we need another segment for that.
They're not cleaning.
Okay, 2 extra segments.
They're not cleaning our clock.
Next we have
exaggeration.
Next we have Harvey. How can we help? How can you help? How can any of us help with Harvey?
American Red Cross. That is.
Or the other best one would be Catholic Charities. Those are two that really spend the money they get, and they're very big.
You know, Rob Stone, who heads our Mason-Dixon Council of Boy Scouts, he handed out some papers today. He's friends with some of the people down in Houston and Galveston. He handed out papers. He says, you know, it's really a multi-wave process. It's the initial wave of, oh, we have to provide housing and support. But it's a second wave of.
It's going to be 6 months from now.
Let's start the rebuilding. How are we going to get things put back together? So it's a lot of things involved. So just do your research.
Go online. There's all kinds of helpful things on there. I was looking.
Okay.
All good things.
Next we have a really interesting. Kathy Griffin yanks apology for decapitated Donald Trump stunt while promoting an overseas tour. What do you think her reasoning is? Is it because of some of the things that the president has done that caused her to say, hey, maybe I wasn't too far over the top as he may have been over the top?
This is a D-list celebrity milking a dry cow for another 15 minutes of fame.
D-list?
Yes, a D-list celebrity. She wasn't real funny when she was funny, and she's worse today.
Is she D-list?
Well, I don't know about that, but my point would be she has every right to do that simply because the President of the United States even denies, he said things he said. She's not denying what she said. She's, in fact, sticking up to it. She has more spine than he ever thought of.
But she deserves the ramifications of wherever the outcry is.
Well, but whatever it is, but I'm saying it's a small thing.
If we say something, we deserve to own up words.
Yeah, and if you could lie to the public as a president, bold-faced lies, she can say that.
We're not going to get into that one.
Okay, guys, stay tuned. Thumbs up, thumbs down is next.